What's up, folks? I'm Christina Chiappetta with Pinkbike, and we're here in beautiful British Columbia because we're going to go racing for the very first stop of the Clif Crankworx Summer Series. All right, we're with Miranda Miller here. We're about to get going on the first stage of the first event of the first race here at the Clif Crankworx Summer Series. Are you excited, nervous? How you feeling?
I am super nervous.
No.
We were just talking, we're like, do you think we're gonna be this nervous at the end of 3 weeks of racing every day? And we're like, well, I hope so, but we'll see. But for now, I'm like pretty nervous.
Yeah, man. That first time like in the start gate for a long time, the butterflies are going.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a really good feeling, but you also sort of hate it too.
Yeah.
But no, I think for a first race after this big of a break, I'm really gonna try and like ease into my day, you know? Like not just drop in and blow up the first turn, so.
That's a good idea.
Because I've done that before.
Yes, we've all been there before. Who do you think's gonna prevail on this course? More of the enduro crowd or a little bit more downhill?
It's interesting because they are downhill bike park trails.
Definitely.
But they're pretty janky, so I've been training with Bass, who has lived nearby and rides here a ton, so he's ripping. But I mean, I wouldn't count out the enduro guys. I think they're gonna be fast.
Totally. There's like a few little moments where they can put the pedals down, and that might be enough.
Yeah, I think we'll see. It'll be a balance of, you know, Bass is obviously strong, but having the local knowledge versus those guys just probably putting the power down at every little corner and straightaway. So
totally. Are you nervous or worried about anything on course, or?
No, I'm just gonna try and have fun. That's the main goal. Yeah.
Totally. It's a good goal. It's the first stage of the first race of the first event.
Just keep it chill, have fun. Don't go crazy.
There you go.
Yep.
Save the crazy for later.
Yeah. Downhill, that's gonna be crazy.
We got Casper Woolley here. Casper, I'm wondering, what do you think about all these downhill riders stepping up on your enduro turf?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, most of them that are here are like super fit as well, so I think they're gonna do well.
Are you super stoked about anything particular on course, or is it all just pretty straightforward?
Yeah, it's all pretty like, I don't know. It all seems kind of the same almost. It's hard to like, all the sections feel really similar.
Totally.
But yeah, like stage 1 and 2 are super fun, so stoked for that.
Yeah, what do you think about that jump course? That one's pretty...
Yeah, that one is not my thing, but we'll battle through that one.
How did it feel to get up there and mingle with some of the fastest female riders here in Canada?
It was pretty good. It was a bit intimidating. I definitely overdid it on the first stage. Took a little fall. Took me a minute to get back on the bike, like straighten the bars and stuff. Kind of toned it down after that, I'd say. And just, yeah, tried to like ride how I know how to ride, and it seemed to work out better.
So we're here with two of the world's fastest enduro racers. You did your first enduro race of 2020. How did it go for you today, Jesse?
Yeah, very good. I had a lot of fun on my bike, and it was definitely a long time off like the racing mindset, and I kind of knew that going in, so I just held myself back because as we know, I have some issues with that. So I'm super happy, like rode a super smooth race and like had a really good time on these trails, and it was really good. Yeah. And
Remy, how was your day? When you came down the trails, I could like feel the earth moving.
Well, you know, yeah, Remy the semi trucking. Yeah, it was good. Like Jesse said, like it's been like 10 months since we've brought such intensity to any trail. Like you just can't replicate riding this fast and this hard at home. So definitely like surprising yourself on the tracks, just like how fast you're going, but also how fast you have to go in order to be competitive. So yeah, it's a good starting point for sure. You know, typical teammate fashion, we go 4 and 5, so just off the podium, but we're roommates, so we can fist bump, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So Georgia, how did the day go after our super fun practice laps this morning?
Practice laps were super fun, and then things got funny on the race. It's just one of those things. When you go faster, it's never quite as fun. And then I also blew over some tape that, you know, had to hike back up a few spots, but just once. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But all in all, it was our first race back in a long time. So it's never gonna feel, there's no normal feeling for it. But yeah, I'm stoked that we did it. That was a big climb at the end. Didn't expect that, so I'm gonna refuel and get ready for dual slalom tomorrow.
I know, right? That's the crazy thing. Like, we just finished an enduro race like seconds ago, and you're literally already like on to the next event.
Especially because I'm on the same bike, so I'm like, okay, dinner, fix my bike, and all day practice tomorrow. It's gonna be very fun.
Okay, Norco Factory downhill team here, but they all just endured an enduro. So how did that go? Let's start with Elliot.
Yeah, I had pretty good first stage, was riding good, and then second stage pretty sick too, and then had a little crash, and then third stage had a big crash, so it was just like holding it together to finish it off.
Good work. Henry, I saw you do a nose manual off of the step up.
Sick.
On stage 3. My stomach went up into my throat. Can you run us through that stage? There's a lot of jumps.
Like, to be honest, that was the stage where my eyes just were rolling back in my head. So, I mean, I remember a few good nosedives, but it's kind of my signature move, so hard to narrow it down.
Which nosedive are you speaking of? And Lucas, how did that go for you? I saw you like seriously pumping some berms and some turns, so you look smooth.
Had a wonderful day out there. It was my first enduro in 3 years, so just tried to have fun with it and stay on my bike, which mostly worked except for on the third stage, but yeah, I had lots of fun.
How'd your crash on the third stage happen?
I was probably just tired and then came out onto the loose gravel on top of the pavement.
Ooh.
And just had a little slide out.
Just a little kitty litter action.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
Oh yeah.
That'll get you.
Every time.
Good job, guys. You seem like a happy little trio there, so keep it up. And I could feel the earth moving, and I think it had something to do with a mechanical? What happened there?
Yeah, I accidentally dropped in, locked out, and then I got a flat right away, like just in the first rock section. And it was slowly going down, and then by the end of the rocky section, it was flat, and I was just holding on for dear life after that.
Whoa, so how did the big slab to the berm go with all that happening?
I knew there was still some air in there, so I could trust it a bit, but yeah, going through that berm is super loose anyways, so I just had to kind of really reel it back and try and get whatever speed I could and not ruin my bike too much.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun just cruising with the guys up the hill, sitting on the chair. Like, it was just really fun. And then when it came game time, it was just sort of lock in and give it my best. And like, the first stage was super hectic and the third stage was super hectic, but like, yeah, in the first one I came down and there was a helmet in the track and it was like fully out of the line, which was fine. And as soon as I went around the next corner and dropped the next flat, I like OTB'd. And then like got back and like just like ripped the last part, and I was like, okay, now we're like in a groove. And from that last section of the first trail, I like sort of had my race mentality. Yes. And then the second stage was good, and then the third stage, my tube fell out in the first corner, but it was like half out, so I was kind of dragging by my foot, and I just ripped her out. And I think I got like a real enduro experience, because it seems like everybody was like, especially Casper, was like, yeah, every race we do in Europe is basically every stage is like that. Yeah. So super happy. I had a lot of fun, but I don't think you'll ever catch me doing like a full enduro.
We just wrapped up our first race of the Clif Crankworx Summer Series events, and it was awesome. Super good day out on the course. I loved watching everyone rip it up out there. With just 25 competitors, it makes for some really tight racing. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and there's a lot more racing to come ahead.
I have to smile, it's genius. I like smiling. Yeah, me too.